Good evening, friends. Tonight, we have a lot of news right from one more threat to Salman Khan to Shah Rukh Khan, Aryan Khan getting an award for a Scotch whiskey brand, Diavol, at the International Spirits Challenge 2024. So there's lots happening, and I hope you enjoy the session. And also, please click and subscribe if you could. It would be very nice. And also share it with your friends. Welcome, Gloria. Always nice to see you. So let's start with the first piece of news. Yeah. Now, apparently, Indian single malts are gaining global recognition for their unique flavor and exceptional quality. Apparently, leading brands such as Amrut, Paul John, and Rampur have spearheaded this trend, earning some accolades at international spirit competitions. Their distinctive maturation processes, often influenced by India's diverse climate, produce complex and flavorful whiskies that are increasingly appreciated by whiskey enthusiasts worldwide. Now, while not an Indian brand, just if you listen to the words, how carefully it has been worded. Welcome, Ree. You will see that uh, something, the way they word it. While not an Indian brand, okay, Dravol, a Scotch whiskey co-owned by Bollywood actor Shah Rukh Khan and his son Aryan Khan, has recently joined the ranks of these award-winning whiskies. Their pure malt Scotch whisky Diavol Inception recently secured a gold medal at the prestigious International Spirits Challenge 2024. This competition, renowned for its stringent standards, evaluates thousands of entries from over 70 countries, recognizing and promoting exceptional spirits on a global basis. So now, question, friends, is that a very simple question. Till now, what we learned was welcome, Nina, as always. Nice to see you. One thing we've always, known since this brand was launched, and Diavol means devil, actually. Just look at the everything that, they name their, drinks and restaurants names like Besharam. Everything is negative. You'll see that. Now, what I wanted to ask you is that, see, when Aryan Khan was arrested in the Cordelia Cruise drug case, Shah Rukh Khan and the Bollywood clan called him a minor, a bacha. Now, once he was released, looks like he has suddenly become a man, a mard, because he's proud of selling malt whiskey, you know. And isn't that a brand that men drink? So, can they tell us whether he is a kid or a man? Earlier, the brand was known under Aryan Khan. Now, slowly, Shah Rukh Khan has also put his name under it. I'm sure because he fears attacked by people saying that, see, how come a bacha is promoting, whiskey instead of milk? Because according to everybody, especially according to Gauri Khan, who said that after he is released from jail, he will be locked in a room so that he does not go party. So according to Gauri Khan, he's a child who has to be taught a lesson, and that he will have to stay away from parties and such stuff. So if he's a child, then how come he's drinking? He's marketing his brand, which is a whiskey brand. So is that okay? Now tomorrow he could market something else, which is even more mature. I won't name what that is. Will he be arrested for that? So it's kind of crazy the way these people, behave, and they can do what they like. And people, righteous people like Samir Wankre, have to suffer the brunt of these people. The way these men are spoiled. I wouldn't call him a boy anymore. The way these men are spoiled. They don't care about ethics or values or anything. Would you like your son to endorse or even say that he owns a brand, a Scotch whiskey brand? You wouldn't. But look at the father and mother, so proud that he's marketing this brand. So it's when the parents themselves spoil children and give them everything that they want, then where is the value? And how are these things important? So if they go into a party and they drink and drink in excess, then it's okay. For example, I saw a video where Saif Ali Khan's son, through Amrita Singh, came out of a club, and you can't imagine he could not even walk. He was actually, about to fall, and he was, I don't know whether he was drunk or what, but nobody is bothered. Saif is so bothered about Taimur and Jahangir and Akbar Ali and all that that he doesn't even care about his first son from his wife's first wife Amrita. I don't know how many wives he has, of course, from his first wife. So that itself shows how even the bonds of family are not strong. Would you like your son to go into a club and come out drunk or with whatever he is? Because he didn't look in his normal senses, and people were looking at him. He was about to fall. Then he just somehow staggered and got into the car. So this is a video that's going viral. And now look, you have Shah Rukh Khan very proudly saying that this man is promoting a drink, a Scotch whiskey that is, meant for adults. And also, earlier, sometime back, I had read a report that certain countries were actually banning, alcohol because they are cancer causing. And I thought it was Europe and some other country that they were planning to ban alcohol because they have found that it causes cancer. And it's only now after so many years that they are saying that. And do you think any country is going to ban it? They make all their money through this, including this superstar son is doing that. You know, yeah. So, friends, so let's move on to the next piece of news, which is who else? It is the Dara Hua Insan. When he was arrested, moving on to Salman Khan, it looks like there is trouble ahead for Salman Khan and his safety. A new development has been made after the Mumbai police arrested a 25-year-old man who sent threatening videos to Salman Khan. So, how many threats does he get? So it's so surprising. I mean, every single day he is being threatened by some Tom, Dick, or Harry. And everybody seems to be related to Bishnoi. Now, the Mumbai Cyber Police have charged Banwari Lal Latur Lal Gujar, a 25-year-old man from Rajasthan, for making threatening videos against Salman Khan from a village in Bundi district, allegedly discussing the Bishnoi gang in a YouTube video and hinted at plans to harm Salman. He was apprehended in Borda village after a team was dispatched to investigate the seriousness of the threat. Now, this guy, Banwari Lal, allegedly uploaded a video to his YouTube channel where he stated, according to the official, Lawrence Bishnoi, Goldie Brar, and other gang members are with me, and I'm going to kill Salman Khan as he did not apologize yet. And the official said the video was filmed on a highway in Rajasthan. Considering the seriousness of the case, the official told PTI a team was sent to Rajasthan for investigation and apprehended the accused. The case has been registered at a cyber police station in Mumbai. We are verifying if Gujar has any prior criminal background, the official said. He has been arrested under relevant sections of the Indian Penal Code, including 506 2, which is punishment for criminal intimidation, and provisions of the Information Technology IT Act. Now, further investigation is underway. The arrest comes after two motorbike-borne men fired shots outside his residence in Bandra in April. Now, 6 people were arrested in that case, with one Anuj Thapan allegedly dying by suicide in police custody. Now, the Navi Mumbai police has also arrested 5 people, including a suspected member of the Bishnoi and Goldie Brar gangs, in connection with a separate plot to target Khan. Police previously stated that 4 gang members had conducted reconnaissance around the actor's farmhouse, his Bandra residence, and his filming locations. Authorities plan to seek custody of Lawrence Bishnoi, currently lodged in Ahmedabad Sabarmati Central Prison in connection with the firing case. Now, his brother Anmol, believed to be in Canada, is also wanted in connection with the case. So you'll see, friends, This man is so scared. Now he'll may need many more additional, you know, support as well from, Maharashtra government. So let me just take some comments. How many people will be? Yes, Nina, that's a very nice one coming from you. And Ree says, totally agree. Yeah, so you're referring to Gloria. It's according to the convenience. Bacha has suddenly grown into a man. Does Sunil Shetty know now what Aryan K is doing now and that he's no longer a bacha? Yes. Instead of, marketing Milma, or Amul milk, he's now marketing the devil. And of course, they what they do is they stylishly make it some sort of French or Latin name, so they're not Indian, and yet they're Indian. They make money from India, but they have French names. So that way they are very polished and very, very, very savvy. That's what they are. And so, yeah, read refers, Gloria, totally agree. Mrs. Yoga Shetty don't know what her husband was doing, dirty picture. A woman doesn't know what her husband is up to. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So now this man will need extra protection. That's what I believe he's going to ask for from, Eknath Shindeji. Now, see, another thing I wanted to mention here is that look at the way Eknath Shinde's government with BJP, both are working to protect Salman and find out who are these culprits who are threatening him. If only they change their focus, instead of going like a horse, with blinkers, see, instead of going straight, instead, if they just returned and they looked at the SSR case, in the coming elections, they will win if they push the SSR case. But where are they bothered? Who is Sushant Singh to them? Who is the common man to them? It is Salman Khan who's most important to them. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I don't think in any country someone would protect the actor the way the present Maharashtra government is protecting Salman Khan. And for what? I don't know, because he's not a king or a queen or coming from any royal background. So I really don't know why this guy is getting so much protection. There will be a lot of skeletons in a lot of people's cupboards, and that should come tumbling out. So let's move on to the next piece of news. Now we're going to talk about Miss Blah Blah. We're talking about Swara Bhaskar. Now, Swara Bhaskar recently addressed the consequences of being very bold, and she said that people find her very honest. Now, she says that whatever she has said earlier has cost her work and film opportunities. And she says in an industry where maintaining a neutral or conformist image can often be beneficial for their careers. Swara said her frankness has led to professional setbacks. Now, in a recent interview with Connect Cine, and the Tanu Manu, Tanu Beds Manu actor spoke about the backlash she had faced for her outspoken nature, including being sidelined by the filmmakers and industry insiders. She also opened up about the professional and personal repercussions of her outspoken nature. She emphasized that a choice to voice her opinions, particularly on contentious issues, was a conscious decision. She stated, I don't want to act like I'm a victim. I chose this path. I decided that I'll be vocal and put forth my opinion on issues. I chose this path. I decided that, I wouldn't stay silent. There was no need for me to write an open letter expressing my discontent on the Johar scene in Padmavat. There was no need for me to do it. She acknowledged that she should have remained silent. It was crucial for her to stay true to herself. She highlighted her authenticity by saying, you can have complaints against me. You may like or despise me, but even those who hate me can't say that I'm a liar or I'm fake. They can't say that I pretend to be someone else. I'm not. My opinion doesn't change according to my conversations with people. I'm the same with everyone. If I hadn't expressed myself, I would have felt suffocated. Now, Swara's political opinions and activism have made her target for significant trolling and harassment, she says, which in turn has affected her career. Despite these challenges, she remains undeterred, emphasizing the importance of staying true to her beliefs and continuing to use her platform to speak out on issues that matter to her. She said, "You can say I can take a bullet in war, but when you take a bullet, it does hurt. So my opinions have had consequences. Before my daughter Rabia was born, acting was my biggest passion and my greatest love. I loved acting and practice. I wanted to do so many roles and acting assignments. I didn't get as many chances as I wanted. There's a cost to not getting so many acting projects, including financial and emotional. There is a reputational anxiety. I'm tagged as a controversial actor. Directors, producers, and distributors start speaking ill of you. आपकी एक image बन जाती है. It's not that it doesn't worry me, but I've managed to stay afloat. But the thing that really hurts me is that I don't have my fill of the thing I love the most, which is acting. If you look at this lady, she is, she is a hypocrite because today, when I was just looking at, you know, looking at one of her tweets, where she says she makes fun of a lady who's, who says that she's a vegetarian, and just because she is not one. So now, just a second. Let me just give me a minute, please. Yeah, so friends, I had a bit of a glitch with the presentation, so I'm just working on that. So let me just take a few comments uh, from viewers. Gloria says, "Swara work. Where is Bollywood? Bollywood died on 14 June 2020. Don't you know? Or you are in denial." Everybody knows Gloria from where she's getting funds to write. So today I saw a tweet where she is making fun of someone who's writing about eating vegetarian food, and it's like, she's an authority in non-vegetarian food. Everybody knows that she has completely changed after her marriage to this person. I don't even know his name. Now she started speaking on his behalf, so you will see that there's a lot of difference in even the way she talks and in the way she looks. Nina says double standards. To face legality, he is claimed to be a bacha. Yes. To market alcohol, he's an adult of an age to legally market it. Yes. Brilliantly said Nina. And Ree says Swara works for Tukra Tukra gang with depressed Deepika and many more. Yes, they are. Everybody knows. And look at the way she thinks that she is telling the truth and she's a very frank and person. You look at the difference. This was when she came into the industry, and look at her now. And she, especially today being Bakri Eid, so she's trying to say that you can go ahead and eat cow and sheep and whatnot. Please don't kill animals to eat or to fulfill wishes. It hurts. And when you see the images, you feel so sad. I mean, Bollywood always talks about being kind to animals, and not bursting crackers, but they do exactly the opposite. Now let's move on to the next piece of news. Now Anurag Kashyap, the director, he recently opened up about how the film industry is going through a creative crisis of sorts, and filmmakers are more interested in chasing money than creating memorable films. In an interview, he's expressed the views that success destroys creativity as it traps artists in a cycle where they try to replicate their previous success. He used to speak for indie cinema in India, and he noted that the trend of producing formulaic films for quick financial gains often leads to disastrous outcomes. He said that he often sees success doing more harm than good. He mentioned that when Sairat made rupees 100 crores, he told his friend Nagraj that Marathi cinema was finished because people would now focus on earning rupees 100 crores rather than telling stories. He further explained that the Hindi film industry is also experiencing a creative crisis with filmmakers more interested in chasing money than in creating memorable films. Now, Anurag added that the problems with the Hindi film industry is its current focus on earning 500 to 800 crores rather than making quality films. He stated that to achieve such high earnings, film makers have to dumb down their films and sacrifice their stories. He criticized the lack of originality, noting that everyone follows a formula and copies each other. He pointed out that the trend of imitating pan India films results in all films looking the same, which is detrimental to the industry's health. According to him, this leads to a situation where one or two films succeed, prompting everyone to copy them, ultimately causing many films to fail. Meanwhile, on the work front, the filmmaker is gearing himself for the release of Kennedy starring Rahul Bhatt and Sunny Leone. The film is likely to be released this year. Now, look at the irony of what this man is saying. Now, he's saying that, see, people are making movies for money and they're copying each other, and every script is the same. Let me ask him one thing is that, see, how did he discover this thing so late? For example, in Bollywood, every heroine looks similar to the other one. I can't make out the difference between Madhuri Dixit or Swara Bhaskar or so many of the other actors, Katrina Kaif and Ananya. They all have the same kind of makeup, the same kind of hair, which they keep flicking, flicking to show how beautiful they are. And they wear the same sort of clothes, mini dresses and whatnot, slitted gowns and stiletto heels and all that. So it is just like a pattern. There is no difference between any of these actresses. If you put them all together, they look like clones. So now this is similar to what Anurag Kashyap said about the stories. The stories are also similar, Anurag, because there has never been any creativity in Bollywood at all. Right from the beginning, there has been a hero, a heroine, a villain, a vamp, you know, and then, of course, the climax scene where the police arrive at the end. This is what has been happening for so many years. So, how have you made it different? And now we see, some silly scenes of you in some serial where you're acting just like Nana Patekar. Now, why are you copying Nana Patekar? Can't, okay, you want to, have some what you call star moments by acting in a movie or a series. Fine, do that. But at least be original. You're acting exactly like Nana Patekar, you know. And so, where is the originality there, Mr. Kashyap? So, there's nothing there. And then, when you say that you're doing a movie called Kennedy, starring Sunny Leone, so what is that for? Because Sunny Leone is not a very, talented actress or someone like Nargis or, Meena Kumari. She is just known for one thing, and that is her sexuality. And that is why Ekta Kapoor brought her all the way from America because she wanted to make movies of that sort. So by taking this woman, Sunny Leone, and not the actresses who are known for their talent, itself shows that Anurag Kashyap, your only intent is to make money. So what are you cribbing about? So there is no difference between you and Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan or Amir Khan. It's the same. So let me just take a few comments from viewers. All the crows uh, truth regarding movies are coming out. Black money, whitewashing. Yes, exactly, Sanjay. So long as people like him were using movies to kill Indian culture and insult Hinduism, now people are more aware and don't want to support their propaganda. Very well said, touch the sky. And yes, Ree also says women are all robos and, they, yeah, copy, paste and plastic. Yes, because of, especially because of the plastic, industry where everything is plastic surgery and you have Botox and everything is tightened and cut and thrown out. Everything is lifted, sagging cheeks are lifted up, and sometimes you can't even recognize people like Dharmendra and Hema Malini because looking at Hema Malini's age, she looks younger than her daughter, than Isha Deol. So you can imagine what all they do with these sort of surgeries and how uh, healthy it is. We really don't know because there are a lot of times when plastic surgery has been botched up, and then people like look so terrible with cheeks that look like apples. So here also, they all look like clones, as you know, Ree says. Sanju says, "What's your opinion about ED raiding Manjumal produce boys?" I'll still have to follow up on that, Sanju. So I'll not be able to talk about that. SRK and Keja allegedly in a relationship. I'm shocked by the number of videos available in YouTube that has evidences to prove that. Speechless. Okay, now let's move on to the next piece of news. Now, with regards to Kangana and the slapgate that happened, now even in that, Miss Blah Blah, that is Swara Bhaskar, has to react. She says that in this case that she was banned from Twitter, where she has almost called for a genocide. Now, the Kangana Ranaut slap incident has, as you know, received a lot of attention, and many Bollywood actors have reacted to it, from Shabana Azmi and Karan Johar to Shekhar Suman. Everyone has condemned the incident and its violent nature. The latest person to react to the slapgate is Swara Bhaskar. She also condemned the slap incident with Kangana, but she also brought attention back to when Ranaut was justifying violence herself. Swara also said that Kangana got slapped, even though she had her security, while larger issues persist. She commented on the incident where uh, uh, when Kangana was slapped by the CISF constable in Chandigarh. While it's common knowledge that Swara and Ranaut have different political ideologies, the two women have starred in the Tanu Weds Manu movies. Referring to her defense of the Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars, Swara questioned the inconsistency. Anyone who is a questionable person, will say that whatever happened with Kangana was wrong. Swara told media, there is nobody who will justify the violence or an act of assault which she suffered. So, yes, what happened with her was wrong and shouldn't have happened. It is not right to assault anyone, she said. And she added, Kangana just got slapped, and even that should not have happened, but at least she's alive and has her security around. In this country, people have lost their lives. They've been lynched to death, shot dead in trains by security personnel and in riots. Security personnel have been recorded beating up people. So, referring to her old tweets and videos that Kangana put up after the Will Smith Oscar incident, she said the problem with Kangana's case is that she herself has used her platform to justify violence. Her past tweets resurfaced, including the one where she was banned from Twitter, where she had almost called for a genocide. Then she had also justified Will Smith's action, saying that if her mother or sister were abused, she would have also slapped someone. So now, what do you say? What happened to her wasn't right, and the one who did that had already been suspended and punished. So there, justice has been served. But those who have been killed in the last 10 years in the country, the perpetrators, are roaming free. So, friends, look at the way she goes back to what the Tukde Tukde gang are saying. That the kind of injustice that is being done in India. So you know that she's a part of the Soros group, and a lot of funds are going to support these people. So let's move on to the next piece of story. Now, Kiara Advani has been called out for her rude behavior by a cabin crew. The allegation supported by another fan who shares their unpleasant experience. Kiara, known for her sweet, timid nature, is receiving a lot of flack for her alleged rude behavior with the cabin crew. Fans also recall their unpleasant interaction with the actress. Kiara is riding the career, as you know, that she has been getting some movies, as in the movie with Ram Charan for Game Changer. Now, she also recently completed 10 years in the industry and decided to celebrate it with fans with a meet and greet. While celebrities have been called out many times for their rudeness or stoic behavior with fans or pals, it's often understood that violating their privacy can irritate them. Now, certain people like Giera are known to be distant. Now, she has also been considered to be rather polite. While she may not out interact with people, she has never really called out She's never been called out for being rude until now. Now, a cabin crew member recalled their alleged unpleasant interaction with her. Other people have had similar experiences. Now, she, as you know, she's connected with, she's married to Siddharth Malhotra. However, recently, a controversy revealed a different, less flattering side to her nature. In an interview with YouTube channel, a cabin crew member described a negative experience, stating that Kiara has a lot of attitude. The crew member recounted how she rudely refused cashews and almonds, insisting they call her assistant to give them to her instead. In the same interview, the cabin crew member praised Janvi, who remained calm and patient when woken up for a briefing, and Ananya, who was described as sweet and funny. An excerpt from the video was shared on Instagram, where a netizen commented about an encounter at a cafe. They described how her lip balm fell and rolled to their feet, but Kiara's assistant came to collect and disinfect it instead of retrieving it herself. As the video spread across social media, people were taken aback by this new information about Kiera. Some were critical, with one user writing, "Why not so Pyara Advani?" while others defended her, stating, "What was so rude in in her behavior?" Another said, "I've worked with her and she's quite nice." While both experiences are different, it's possible that she was just caught on a bad day. So there you have the PR explaining, how kind and beautiful and gentle she is, but that she can be. These people have a very terrible touchy side. So let me just take a few comments. Swara is so jobless right now. She's sharing her wrong opinion about everything. I have a question for another day. Why is BJP not taking action against so many illegal activities during the fall? Yes, recently also something else propped up saying that, see, a lot of the names on the lists were missing. BJP. They should be taking strict action against this, and the people complaining are always Congress. Now, moving on to another piece of news. Mandira Bedi, who recalls, you remember, she adopted a girl. Now, she recalls the struggle of adopting a daughter called Tara. For a girl who had never sat in a car before, she took a trip on a private jet. Now, I don't know whether this is something she wants to show off about, or whether she's trying to show her kindness. So, when you listen to this news, you will know. Now, Mandira Bedi shared her struggle with the adoption process and how they flew her daughter Tara home in a private jet during the height of COVID-19 pandemic. After having a first child, Mandira wanted to adopt another, and after years of paperwork, she and her late husband, filmmaker Raj Kaushal, adopted their daughter, Tara Bedi Kaushal. In a recent interaction, she shared her struggle with the adoption process and how they flew Tara home in a private jet during the height of COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking to media, she said, "I wanted to have a second child and adopt. When my son Veer was about 6, I put in the papers for adoption. It's a long process, and I don't know why it's not easier. I mean, I understand the reasons, but when it's clear that this is a good family, it should be simpler. It took a while. We turned mind, the pandemic hit, and I told Raj it still hasn't happened. Why? We had gotten caught up and didn't follow up much. So I thought it's now or never, and we pushed forward." She recalled how they received Tara's photo via mail and instantly felt she was the one. Raj Kaushal traveled to Jabalpur alone to complete the formalities, while Mandira stayed back with Veer due to the pandemic. After Raj completed the paperwork, Mandira and Veer flew from Mumbai to Jabalpur in a private jet to bring Tara home. Mandira met Tara at the airport and flew her back to Mumbai. She said, "This is Maktub. For a girl who has never sat in a car before, she took a trip on a private jet. It was Nasib, Kismat. We couldn't have used a private jet, but it was too dangerous to fly commercially because COVID was at its peak. It was the most practical solution at that time." Mandira also explained how Veer, who wanted a sister at age 6, wasn't as keen at age 9, which made her doubt her decision. "I was very overwhelmed because a little human being was coming into our life and everything would change. Veer was crying and I was crying. When we reached the airport, this little girl with a plastic hat came with Raj. She was so small. It took time for her to settle into the family and for Veer to start liking her." Mandira shared that Veer has now fully accepted Tara and the two siblings love each other. Now, here you will find, friends, that there is this terrible pattern that's happening in Bollywood where they don't want their own children. Now, if Mandira can have one child, surely she can have another child also biologically. Usually, adoption happens when you give up everything and you can't have a child, and this is the next resort that you do. So, something so shady happens in Bollywood that everybody is not only adopting but also having surrogate children. So, is it to sort of break the fabric of our culture that this kind of thing is happening in Bollywood? You look at anybody, Preeti, Zinta, you look at all these people, they're adopting and they're so proud. And half the people who say that they're pregnant also, those are also fake dummies, which are little pillows tied inside. And you know who we are referring to. We've been covering that also in the earlier sessions. This is all just a hogwash because they want to maybe I see it in a different way that perhaps when these children don't have any attachment with their parents. You look at even Karan Johar. He's got two children who don't even look like him at all. They look British or they look European and they don't look like him at all. How attached is he to them? I really don't know. Because whenever he's hugging and kissing them, they look like strangers. So it's really strange that Bollywood resorts to all these tactics. And of course, they're getting instructions from somewhere that you should be doing this and you should be doing that. And a lot of the other, strange practices is that young women like, Shilpa Shetty's sister and other young women who are not married are preserving their eggs, freezing their eggs for the right time and the right person. So I really don't understand what's happening. Why are they doing this? So of course they'll say that see after they may be married at a later stage when they can't have a kid, but it's not that. Seems to be something very strange and sinister in what's happening in Bollywood. And I hope that the truth will come out one day about what these people have in minds when they do it. Yes, ma'am. What you're saying makes sense. Looks like they are promoting surrogacy and adoption instead of a child born traditionally. Yes. See, what happens, touch the sky, is that. See, when you have your own child, the bonding is so strong. And, a whole lifetime is spent looking after the child. Even when the child becomes an adult, the parents, they may be really old, grandparents, but they still care for the child and the child's child. So what happens is the family scene is very intact. Now, when you bring some children from somebody, parents don't get attached, grandparents don't get attached. So the whole thing, everything is so artificial. Just like we said about the kind of makeup that these Bollywood actresses put, it's the same makeup. So perhaps they use the same, for example, all these popular, brands that they use, Giorgio Armani, everything. All these makeup brands also, Mac and all that is same. So that's why they all look, like clones. Now they're also making it a baby market. Go get some woman artificially impregnated, she gets enough money, and then the child is yours. What is attachment? And I found it very strange that I don't know how many of you would have noticed that in these shots that you see on Facebook, there are images of, Ranbir Kapoor's child, being cut and pasted and put on Karishma Kapoor's lap, Neetu Singh's lap, because you can make out. See, as an artist and as I know all these, editing techniques and all that, I know that, see, this is just a cut and paste job. So why are they doing it? Are they trying to show that Neetu Singh loves her granddaughter or Karishma Kapoor loves her niece? You know. So please watch carefully what's happening. You'll see it on Facebook. The way they cut and paste, this Alia Bhatt's child to show that how much of bonding there is within the Kapoor family. So everything is a big lie. Even Kangana exposed the fact that see they live separately. One lives on the lower floor. Ranbir Kapoor lives on the other floor. They are not even having a married like status. So God alone knows what is their relationship. You know. Mavji Maharaj predicted that there will come a time after 21st century where parents and children won't. Yes, this is what they are trying. Touch the sky. Madam, what do you think about the pregnant tummies that are shown barely? Could be like something fake because mostly even if they give birth, the child won't look like the parents. See here, Rocky, what I believe is that this is all. Why do you need to show your tummy? Have women been showing their tummies right from the beginning? No. When it's your child, everybody knows it's your child. So when you're trying to prove something to the public or to society, that itself is a lie. You're trying to say that, see, this is my child, the child that's going to come out. Now you look at the Priyanka Chopra's child. The child doesn't resemble her or this thing. Again, it's some surrogate, I don't know, adopted child or whatever it is, you know. And even when they're playing with the child, you don't see any real affection. It's sad. I mean, it's the children who are suffering. So it's a very sad state of this thing. So somehow I feel this is what the cabal want. They want a time when the complete social fabric of India is broken, because, as you know, Sanatana Dharma has held our country together for centuries, and it continues to do so because all of us believe in Indian traditions and culture, and it is this culture that continues because of our belief system, and it has to continue. You have to learn mantras, you have to learn the power of mantras, you have to know that, see, when you either listen to them or chant it yourself, the kind of positive effect that it has on your life. You have to do homas to cleanse your house. So these are all things that you need to believe in. It is only there in our Sanatana Dharma. And this is what they're trying to break by bringing foreign children, as your own kids. And mothers who can have normal children are busy adopting children. So let me take a comment from Nina. The strange thing is that none of the surrogacy children, yes, resemble their parents. That's a sad part, Nina. When I look at the children from the viewpoint of the child, it's a very sad thing. Because, see, how does a child grow attached to you? A child grows attached to you when you spend more time and they look like you. So many things that bond you with the child. Many people say that the child looks like you or your husband, and these things make it even more special. Of course, there are cases where a parents can't have children. That's the case when you adopt. That's been happening for years. But that's not the case here. These women are all very healthy. In fact, they, ride around like horses. They can do everything, acrobatics, everything. Why can't they have children the normal way? Or is the cabal saying that, see, please preserve your figure for certain reasons? So that could also be the case, isn't it, Nina? So there's other activity also happening, as Sushant Singh Rajput had very clearly said, that there's another side to Bollywood, And their kids are mostly very fair or look, yes, absolutely, Rocky. I was watching a video where, Karan Johar, who wears these oversized jackets, was getting down at the airport, and he was, hugging his kids. And the kids came out and, looked like some kids who had come from, Europe or something. And the way he kisses them and all, there is absolutely no attachment, nothing. And these kids don't even know, what kind of life they, because obviously he must be giving them enough luxury and all that. Perhaps they don't even know what are the rules. So you can imagine having a parent like him, because he even in public nobody can stand his nature. How can they stand it in private? So all these things are worth thinking about, and also they're all food for thought. So let me just take a comment. I joined now. Just want to say that I have sent an email to you. Something said again about Sri Devi wants to spoil her image after 6 years of it. Okay, I will look at it, Libby. Yes, Meena, you can make out better since you're now. Thank you, Meena. You must watch those shots, of the child Raha with the Kapoor family. It's such a bad cut and paste job that's been done. So on this note, we end the session, friends. We'll see you tomorrow. Mr. Raj Gopal will join us tomorrow for an interesting session with a lot of scoops. So we'll see you tomorrow. Please join us in large numbers as you always do. Good night, Jai Hind, and Jai Shri Ram.